MPs in the Volta region, who is also the MP for Hohoe West, Honorable Manuel Kwesi. We have Nana Acha. Nana Acha is a chief from the central region of Ghana. We have Madam Beatrice Anna, who is also in the presence team. We have Mr. Benjamin Kwashi, he's a member of the Regional Youth Working Committee. We also have the Constituency executives led by the chairman, Mr. Honorable Dake. He's also a former presiding member. We have Honorable Kofi Addo, who is the Chief of Staff to Honorable Abansumana for Dagby, Speaker of Parliament. We have Right Honorable Ibrado Ajaho, former Speaker of Parliament. We also have the Minority Chief Whip of Parliament, who is also the Member of Parliament for Adaklu, the Adaklu Chata, Honorable Kwame Akoja. We have the Regional Chairman, Senior Comrade Mauto Agavito, and his Vice Chairman and the Regional Executive. We have the General Secretary of our party, Honorable Fifi Fiami Kwete. The last but not the least, at the right time, he will be introduced to you. Thank you very much. The Regional Youth Organizer should take it from here. His Excellency is connecting with Ghanaians, and he is here to connect with students on the various campuses. He is here to know the challenges you have in your campuses. He is here to listen to you, and you should be able to tell him the challenges. You should be able to tell him what you expect him to come and do for you when he comes to power as president come January 7, 2025. So that is a simple assignment that we are here to do, and we believe that you will cooperate with us to achieve this aim. Thank you very much.
Please, another round of applause for our Regional Secretary. I want to quickly acknowledge the presence of Honorable Angela Fafadato South, Honorable Aglefe from our Constituency of Wave, Honorable from the Free APC for Afadato South, the Honorable Sebastian Bandu, Honorable Margaret Kwako, former parliamentary candidate for Hohoe. These are very important introductions for us. Please forgive us. On this note, I want to call on Dr. Soji Sojitete, who is the chairman of the Regional Youth Working Committee, to give us a short remarks about the youth wing, and then we proceed. Thank you.
Mr. President, members of the National Executive Committee, the party leadership, honorable members of Parliament, it's a great honor to be here. And I hope that we are seeing a mass gathering of the youth of the region. And I believe that the youth are gathered here for a reason. When they come to the polling station monitoring, when they come to the door-to-door, it will take the youth to be able to do that. And I want to assure the President that the youth have no Christmas celebration. We use the period to develop an action plan. And that action plan is taking us to every community in the Volta region. It's taking us to the churches, it's taking us to the barbering shops, to the hair salons, to the Okada riders, because we believe that this election is going to be fought on a door-to-door basis. We are determined to be able to do it, and which is why we are asking Mr. President that if there are resources that need to get down to the ground for actual work to be done, do not forget the youth of the Volta region. And when power is won, again, please do not forget the youth of the Volta region. The youth are interested in educational opportunities, they are interested in job opportunities, career options, they are interested in jobs. But we have the confidence that your leadership is what the country needs at the moment. And so we will do everything it takes to be sure that you win and become the next president of Ghana. God bless us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Soji Tete. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, the objective of this evening function is for His Excellency to connect with students here gathered and educational workers to understand the plethora of challenges that you are facing in your various campuses. And without much ado, I start by calling the SRC President of St. Francis College of Education. You come forward, you mention your name, your institution, and state the problems that you think you are facing, whether peculiar or general to education, and either profess solutions to His Excellency or perhaps ask questions. So I call on the SRC President of St. Francis College of Education to come forward immediately. 2 minutes.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I am Ojaba Francis, SRC President, St. Francis College of Education. Alright, so His Excellency, I would like to especially welcome you. My first time of meeting you actually, but just to go straight to the point, I would like to state the problems that students are facing. Let me generalize it to teacher trainees across the 46 colleges of education. His Excellency, I would like to first of all talk about infrastructure. I will state categorically that among all the colleges of education in Ghana, almost all of them are facing infrastructure problems. As we speak now, we have various uncompleted hostel projects in almost all the colleges of education. And then, as at now, the colleges of education are practicing in-out system of accommodation. For that matter, level 400 students stay outside the campus. Level 100, 200, 300 stay on campus. And for that matter, it causes stress, or it puts pressure on the social amenities such as the hostels that we have. And so we are pleading that if not for anything, the various uncompleted hostels that we have on the various campuses be completed so that it reduces pressure on the current ones. Secondly, I would also like to speak about teacher trainees allowance. This has been a problem over the years. And then I would say that the allowance, I call it the joy of the trainees. And then the fact that it is being delayed, it demotivates the trainees. So I will urge that I know you are going to get a nod. I know that inshallah you are surely going to get an opportunity. And then we pray that if you get this opportunity, teacher trainees allowance should be a priority. Mr. Excellency, I would also like to talk about a special problem in my college. I would like to talk about water crisis. So the college is facing serious water crisis, and then I sincerely crave the indulgence of the party that campuses in the country should be given at least a borehole so that they will use it to curb the water crisis that we have in the country. So basically, His Excellency, these are the problems that students or teacher trainees are facing, and then I would like to present before you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I call the following persons to come to the front here, and you look at His Excellency, then you can ask your questions or state your problems. Dr. Akbeko from St. Teresa's College of Education should come to the front here. St. Teresa's College of Education. A rep from Keres College of Health should come to the front here. A rep from St. Margaret Marquardt Nursing Training College. Irene Okanse should come to the front here. Hohoe Municipal should come forward here, and then the representative from Ghana National Association of Teachers should also come forward here, and then we'll give you the mic.
Thank you very much. I am a lecturer at St. Teresa's College of Education, and this opportunity given to we lecturers at College of Education to come here and put our challenges before His Excellency John Mahama, so that you pay critical attention to them when you assume office 2025. These our challenges are categorized into three categories. The first category is full autonomy to colleges of education, so that colleges of education can run their own degree programs, that is first degree, second degree, and then PhD in colleges of education. Two, we are putting it before our Honorable High Excellency John Mahama that when he comes to office, he should institute a scholarship package for colleges of education so that we can go for further studies. Under the first category, we also have full implementation of NLC arbitral awards, which was delivered last year, May 2023, and to be implemented in last year, September. Up to now, it has not been implemented. So you should attach seriousness to it. Immediately he comes, he should make it part of his policy and implement it for us. The next under the category 1 is non-payment of 2022-2023 book and risk allowance top-up. We have been given part of the research and book allowance. The rest is in arrest. So we are calling on him so that when he comes, he pay them for us. No payment of season. Our salary has been seized last year since August. Up to now, their salary has not come. So we colleges of education teachers are putting it before him that when he comes, he pays us those salaries. Then we thought for a whole year without break, from January up to December, no break. The government has to compensate us, but up to now, they refuse. They don't know who to compensate us. So we are putting it before you that you make it part of your. The category 2, infrastructure deficits. Infrastructure deficits for students, infrastructure deficits for lecturers, and we don't have anywhere to lay our head to impart knowledge to our students. So please make it part of your policy. So we are suggesting that you bring e-blocks to all the colleges of education in Ghana, at least 46 e-blocks to all colleges of education to solve the challenges that our students are going through, and also help accomplish the abandoned infrastructure that the government has started and left them, and non-payment of allowances. So please, you pay critical attention to that one. Then we also have, this is very critical, making courses or subjects for licentiate exam to be part of level 400 examination. We should make sure that the licentiate exam is entirely taken off. Thank you very much. happy when you come to power, you make in-service training more frequent for teachers to update their knowledge, to keep them in touch with current trends. Thank you very much.
Greetings to our next president, John Dramani Mahama. I'm in the person of Irene Bukansi, the then General Secretary of Margaret Marquardt Catholic Nursing Training College. We have some important challenges on campus, and the most important one is limited infrastructure. As I'm talking currently, we have 2 lecture halls on campus, which is making us the only nursing training college in Ghana running a shift system. So we are pleading on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to build us lecture halls when my colleague students and I vote for him as the next president of Ghana. The next thing to talk about is being the only nursing training college without means of transportation for our principal and the student body as a whole. On this note, we need a pick-up for the transportation of our principal and then a bus for the student body. And the last one to talk about is the payment of allowance, which assists our activities on campus. We are pleading on him to make Margaret Marquardt Nursing Training College a successful one in Ghana. We need him to build lecture halls for us, grant us a pick-up for our principal and a bus for the student body, and ensure payment of allowance as early as possible. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. President, former President of the Republic of Ghana, and incoming presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress in the forthcoming general election. I bring you warm felicitation from the members of the Ghana National Association of Teachers in the Hohoe North District, which comprise of one Hohoe municipality and Afadjato South. We have several challenges as other Ghanaians have, and the following are these challenges. One, basic education. The standard-based curriculum has been introduced for the past years, yet most of the textbooks are non-existent. So our members are always asked to log on to the online website to look for material themselves. Meanwhile, most of the places to network accessibility is a challenge. So in order to avoid this, we are appealing to you that if God grants your wish, you consider providing these textbooks. And then that of the common core, the first batch will be writing their final examination, yet none of the textbooks is available. Then when you go to the SHS, as one of my earlier speakers or colleagues said, there are several challenges, but the most important one is the free SHS has brought a lot of entourage onto our members, being that some of them stay in school throughout the year. So I want to believe that it is because of the track system. So you consider scrapping the track system so that our members will not be sent into their early grades. Then the next thing is our welfare. We want you to consider our the risk allowance for teachers, and then clothing allowance, because we actually need them. Then another important thing also we want you to consider is investing in the infrastructure aspect of the second cycle and even basic education. Then one most important thing that is affecting we teachers, especially members of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, is
Principal Disability Leader, and Disability Desk Regional Secretary of the party. I'm here to put before our incoming President, JM, a few needs. The first, I would like to put before our incoming President that when he comes, he should try to put policies in place so that sign language interpreters will be trained and then distributed to the various district hospitals and regional hospitals so that it will in turn help our members whenever they attend hospital. I also plead with our incoming president that the government support through the common fund that goes to our members, policies will be put in place so that the third party be removed from the disbursement of that fund, so that enough of the fund will go to our members instead of third party taking their profit before the small amount is given to our members through their and then finally the accessibility of public structures. I'll believe with the incoming government to have a serious look at it for us so that our members can equally attend to transact business at any public structures with ease without any support. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On this note, having the Disabled Association of Hohoe making requisitions to His Excellency, we want to show proof of the commitment of President Mahama to cater for disabled people in his next administration. We received a request from a disabled person from somewhere, Oti. We are one Ghana. Akufo-Addo came to divide us. The youth wing made efforts to buy this machine that cost 30,000 Ghana cedis. And we want to present it to Mr. Akoto Elijah. And we want to call on the PC of Hohoe Constituency to come down and do the donation quickly. Then we move forward. Elijah Akoto, if you are here, you come forward for the machine. We are donating this in the name of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as a sign of his commitment to the disabled people of Ghana, that he believes in inclusivity. Disabled of all ages will be catered for. Because of this request, we have taken a stand, and this is what we have done for you today in honor of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Thank you very much. Dr. Anamba of UHAS to come here quickly.
Good evening, my president. Please, I'm Prudence from the University of Health and Allied Sciences. I'm Prudence from the University of Health and Allied Sciences. Good evening, my president. Please, I'm Prudence from the University of Health and Allied Sciences. And from talking to a School of Public Health, I would like to talk about our infrastructure. The infrastructure of School of Public Health is very, very poor, and I would like it if the president to come to our aid coming 2024. Secondly, the licensure exams we must write to every graduate school. I think we are in the university for 4 good years, and the university takes us to the next level because we do our best. So I don't see the reason why we have
Mahama. See, my name is Mohammed, medical laboratory scientist from University, Cambridge. University, Cambridge. Mr. President, I said, medical laboratory science concern. My fellow seniors, my previous seniors who have completed since 2020, 2021, they are still in the house, craving to get a job. And as a youth, my concern, I'm lion-heartedly, and I know we vote to bring you in power. So when you come on power, what will you do to cure such cancer for us? Mr. President, my last point is a request. As a college is concerned, as a health institution is concerned, all these noble institutions create future leaders, country workers who develop the country through the institution. So, as my colleagues are mentioning, our institution as Keras College University is lacking infrastructures such as medical laboratories, computer labs, lecture halls, and a lot. So, I would like to put before you, if you come on power, what will you do to solve all this problem for us? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, you are welcome. My name is Dr. Mahama and I'm from the Frederica School of Public Health, UVAS. So I have three key issues. Two of them have been spoken about by our candidates and then my students here about our infrastructure. The next one is about the condition of service for UTAC members. UTAC is 50 years and as of now there is no unified condition of service for us. Your Excellency, 2025, when you come, that should be the first thing on your paper. Secondly, it has to do with the book and research allowance. We are asking that you maintain it but come up with a research fund where researchers or faculty can go in and tap. The book and research allowance is not adequate for any proper research that will inform policy. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Please give them a round of applause. Before we hear from His Excellency the President, there's these two issues I want to bring to your notice. Currently, citizens of Hohoe are not safe. Yesterday, an elderly man was kidnapped on the street and 100 Ghana cedis was placed in his pocket by agents of the MPP and they put emblems of
support goes out to our parliamentary candidate, Honorable Thomas Olayo Cheko. We are going to work tirelessly and make sure that we come back to power. Thank you very much, and welcome once again. Welcome to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Thank you so much.
Please give them a round of applause. So tomorrow when you see us.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President. I'm the Vice Chair of the Okada Riders Association. We are here this evening to inform you that we are also working to move Ghana forward. We are helping the students on campus with mobility. People from far where car cannot go, we help them to have access to whatever they want to do in town. So we are pleading to you that when we vote you on power, please help us to legalize Okada in Ghana and also help us to do license for us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you hear from the horse's own mouth, the Okada Riders Association have declared again for President John Dramani Mahama. So now, I will now call on the regional secretary. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my humble pleasure to seek your assistance with a resounding and tumultuous applause to welcome to the stage the incoming Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces and President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
to
license. We've said that already. But there are many issues that are peculiar to your particular campuses. For instance, one of you complained of water crisis on campus. And I think that if you direct this appeal to your parliamentary candidate, he will assist you. Because I've been following his activities, and I know since he became the candidate, he's drilled 13 boreholes already. So the campus that complained of water crisis, please, they'll get in touch with you and try and help them drill a borehole to solve the water crisis that they have. Training allowances, for me, was a matter of principle. And in 2016, for those of you who listened to me, I said I was willing to put the presidency on the line as a matter of principle on training allowances. And you took your decision and voted against me, and I left the presidency without any complaints. But the point is, my intention was not to cancel allowances. I said we're going to substitute them with a student loan scheme for you. And so that is still my position, that we will put you on the student loan scheme so that you can get the money that you want to finance your education. And when you leave office and you get a job, then you can start paying that loan back. If you don't get a job, nobody is coming to follow you and ask you to pay the student loan. And so that's the position that we have in respect of the student loan. But I will appeal on your behalf. There are those who said they will pay you the training allowances, and now the training allowances are in arrears. So I'm standing here in Hohoe on behalf of all the institutions here, the nurses and the teachers, and they say, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Nana Akufo-Addo, please, their allowances have not come. Can you come and pay them their training allowances now? Infrastructure is common to everybody. Infrastructure has come to a standstill because the GET fund has been collateralized. This government has taken the GET fund in advance and used it. And so all the money that is coming in the GET fund today is going to pay the debt for the money that they have taken. And that's why all the projects on your campuses have come to a standstill. Abandoned whatever facilities, we will tackle those ones first before we start building new ones. You'll agree with me that we do have challenges with the implementation of the free SHS. We're going to sit together and think through those challenges, and we're going to solve them together. Some of them were mentioned. You know, the students are congested, they don't have enough infrastructure, they don't have enough teaching and learning aids, the teachers are overworked because of the double track system. Teachers work from the beginning of the year till the end of the year with no break in between. Those are all challenges of the free SHS. The food quality is poor. How do we decentralize the feeding system so that we put the feeding and the procurement of the food in the hands of the headmasters and the bursars so that they can procure the food and get better quality food for the children. These are all things that all of us must come together, sit and discuss so that we can smoothen the implementational bottlenecks of the free SHS. E-blocks, we will continue the e-blocks project. And so all the abandoned e-blocks, we will continue them. And I had a suggestion to put some of the e-blocks on the colleges of education so that we can create more space for you for teaching and learning. We recorded that and we'll take note of it. And the nursing college said that they are the only college in this country running a shift system because of lack fact, the basic level is the most important, because if you don't get it right at the basic level, when the student arrives at secondary, however much money you spend, you cannot change what has not been done properly. And so we will look at all that and see how we can restructure our educational system. And I'll plead with the teachers' unions, NAT and NAGRAT and UTAC and TEU and all of them. And all of you are clamoring for allowances, increase in your allowances and so on and so forth. Let me caution you that in 2025, inshallah, after we take over, we will show you the books and the finances of this country. And you realize the harm that the MPP administration has done to Ghana's economy. This country is broke. And so we will beg you that when we come into office, give us a bit of a honeymoon. Let's put things in place so that we can bring the economy back on its feet. And when we have done that, we can accede to your demands again. And that's why I'm being very measured in the promises that I make. Because we all know the crisis in which this country has been plunged. Then people with disability, if we say we are suffering, then these our brothers and sisters are suffering 10 times more than us. The District Assembly's Common Fund that we put aside a percentage to cater for their needs in the various districts is not coming. And aside from that, the MPP administration has reduced the Common Fund from 7% to 5%. So the amount of money that they are entitled to is a percentage of the Common Fund. And so if you reduce it from 7 to 5, then it means the amount of money they are getting is less. And so, aside from the fact that the money is less, the frequency too is not coming. The District Assembly Common Fund is not being released. And what is being released is very little, because government has centralized most of the procurement. And so instead of sending the money to the districts to do their own procurement, they procure the items in the center. And so these are all things we would look at when we come. It is time to review the Disability Act. It was passed in 2006. And so we need to look at the Disability Act, look at the gaps in implementation. For instance, we presented this electronic wheelchair to our brother here. I can't see a ramp. Is it stairs over there? Stairs, one of them. Stairs or ramp? Steps. And so we gave him the new electronic wheelchair. But there's no way he could have come up here to even come and shake my hand. And that's why I had to get up and go and shake his hand down there. And yet the Disability Act says that all public facilities must be made disability friendly and must be accessible to persons with disability. And so we need to review that act and make sure that we enforce the provisions of the act so that they also can live a comfortable life. And then, of course, we have the School of Public Health, and then the issue of book and research allowances. We had, in Professor Mills' time, Professor Mills said he was going to establish a research fund so that lecturers could access the fund, and he was going to use it to replace the book and research allowance. But our dear lecturer said no, they are not going to give up the book and research allowance. And so we left it, and we didn't go ahead with setting up the research fund. What my brother is saying is that, yes, we want to keep our book and research allowance, but at the same time, still establish the research fund so that we can also dip there in order to do our research. We've recorded all that, and we will look at it. Finally, legalize Okada. I've said it, and I'll say it again. In 2020, we're very clear about it. We're going to legalize Okada and all the tricycles, and we're going to regulate them. that exists, no government can come and stop it. And yet, because we are behaving like ostriches with our heads in the sand, we are refusing to legalize it. If you jump on an Okada now, or you go into a tricycle and you have an accident, there is no insurance because they are not legally allowed to carry passengers, and so you will not get any insurance. But if we legalize and regulate them, they would have insurance. If anything happens, you will have an insurance cover if you are injured. And aside from that, if we legalize and register them, we can be able to tell the difference from the genuine Okada riders and the armed robbers who use motorcycles to go and rob. And that will help with safety and security in our communities. And so yes, we will legalize it, we will regulate it, so that the young people who are in that business can do their job. And so these are the main issues that were canvassed. And I want to thank you very much for all the contributions that you've made. Hohoe, Assembly members, I want to congratulate you on your victory in the election. As I have said, you are the lucky ones, because when NDC comes into office, we're going to pay you an allowance. We have costed it. We have costed it, and to pay all assemblymen an allowance of 1,000 cedis a month will cost us 80 million cedis a year. The office of the president budget alone is more than 2 billion cedis. And so the office of the president expenditure, we're not going to find new money for the assembly members. We're going to reduce the president's office expenditure and use that money to pay the assembly members. So let me thank you very much. We'll be back for the actual campaign. This is just the building Ghana tour. And when we come back for the campaign, it will be more political, and we'll have the opportunity to discuss the strategies that we're going to implement to bring Hohoe back into the NDC family. You are the only constituency in Volta